Hello everyone, this is the Alchemical Crafter. So glad you could join me today. Today I thought I'd do a flip through of a journal that I made of a trip I did a year ago. It was the last trip I ever took with my dad, who's still around, but we don't know that he'll be able to take any more trips. So it was kind of a special trip, but it is a chunky journal. And it's not the kind of journal I normally make, but it is definitely what I would call a junk journal. Because it's got a lot of the stuff that I brought back from the trip with me. And I just thought I'd show this to you because I'm kind of in a hiatus right now. Because I just finished a pretty huge project of mine with a little mini field journal, and I did that other envelope journal, and I'm just kind of in limbo. So I thought I'd do a little flip through of this while I think about things that I want to do. So they handed out maps. We got so many maps while we were there. This was a Hawaii trip, so I just kept all of them in some form or fashion or another. These were little tags that I made. Oh, and here's I just did a little thing where I could write stuff down, because I had this, but I didn't use it. I actually used this, so I just put it on top of that. So that's what that's all about. And then I just attached it to my journal this way. And I mean, seriously, we got this. It was a tag for something, and just little pictures that I found in magazines. So, and postcards that I didn't use. This is one of two postcards I think you're going to see in here that I purchased. The rest of them were ones my mother purchased before she passed away, and so they're older, but they're very precious to me. And this is like our itinerary, which y'all don't need to see, but this was the beach we stayed at, not the hotel, but the beach. Wish we could stay in hotels like that, but no. And then here was food trucks were all over in Hawaii. I want to make sure you're seeing the whole journal. Yep. So I decided to make a little door. This is supposed to be bowed. With all the little food. This was one food truck area. Had all the different types of food trucks. So I got this from magazines. And I just decided to make a little barn door like they're opening up their food truck for the day. I thought that would be cute. Well, you would think I would know how to make a bow at this point in time in my life, but apparently I don't. There we go. And this is a piece of art I just saw in a magazine, and I thought it was adorable. It was a magazine, one of the magazines that my mother had. So this was a magazine from probably the 80s or 90s, maybe early 2000s. And then just this was another little dining area. There was just a catastrophe behind me. A paper fell. We're fine. It sounded worse than it was. I just threw a bunch of packaging in the room and I put it on top of stuff, and it fell off. Another place, different types of food. There's so many different languages in Hawaii. There's Hawaiian, I don't really know. I know there's Japanese, Hawaiian, English, and there's something else. I don't remember what it is. And I'm sure there's more than that, but another one of those pictures. We loved the restaurants, so you're going to see a lot of food in this. We went to this restaurant and the power went out. My husband fell in love with musubi. Basically spam sushi. He loved it. A bunch of different restaurants. This was a, what is that? Origami paper. I bought some of that over there. These are from the magazines. This was a postcard of my mom's. More postcards. And more magazine things. and I just cut out little things. This was a package that I bought a bracelet in, and I thought it was really cute. So a bunch of the other tags that I didn't utilize in the whole thing, I threw in here since they would fit, and there's just kind of another memorabilia thing. And I created a bunch of little tags in here of all the different shops. All of these had something to do with shops. Again, I got all of this stuff from the magazines, because they're magazines that are like free all over the place. I'll cut that part out. Zip. So there's our plane tickets, and I thought this was a really fun page to do. And we love coffee, so we definitely went and found some coffee. That's this page. And ABC stores are everywhere. I swear there were more of those than there are Starbucks here. They were just absolutely everywhere. It's just different things. Just me writing about it. And these are, oh, the different coffee places. I got little. And this is, what is it? The North Shore Adventure. You could drive all the way around the island and visit all these places, which we did not visit them all, but we visited a lot. We did not do the zip line. More of my mother's things she bought a long time ago. Her and my dad used to go to Hawaii all the time, so he wanted to go one last time and go by all the places that him and her hung out at. This is for Pearl Harbor. I have more stuff for Pearl Harbor than I think I did any other place. It was just absolutely, the place is mind-boggling. Just the war was horrible. Any war is horrible, but the history that is there is just absolutely fascinating. And there's even more. Like I've only been there one other time in my life. This was a little map that I bought. And there's more stuff there by far than there was way back when I went the first time. Oh, it's just me saying something about it. This was a little fun journal to make. The turtles. There's a like Turtle Beach. I didn't get it. We drove by it. It was too late in the day. We didn't get to stop. This is the other card I bought. Because I love turtles. One of my favorite creatures. And pull these little tags out. I bought a little coffee mug, so I had a lot of these things. I thought, I'll just do something with the turtles. And I got this idea. I'm sure it's been out there a lot, but I got this idea from 49 Dragonflies. I saw her do one, and so I learned from her. So this was my thing for the luau. And so I cut a bunch of pictures of the luau out, and I stuck them in this. My thing's so full it won't open all the way, but that's what that is. And this was a little lace, a lei that I found in a magazine that I cut out. Humpback whales. I love whales. I love sea life. Let's be honest. I love sea life in general. It's all amazing. There's Wyland Walls, if I said his name right, where he paints on walls like big, huge building size, and they're absolutely amazing. And I even saw one there. I saw two of them there, actually. I don't know how many he has there, but it's just gorgeous. We did not scuba dive. I don't think anybody in our family. Just something we found there, so I thought I'd keep it. More pictures. Oh, this is pictures. I can show you that. And what's this? That's just something we bought. I thought, hey, it's cute. I'll keep it. So this is not a traditional junk journal that I would do, But it's definitely junk journal worthy because all of this stuff would have just been thrown away because it came from magazines. And this is one of my gel prints. More of my mom's. She had postcards like crazy. I've got so many up there, but these are I found all the ones I could of Hawaii, and I put them all in this journal. So she was with us in spirit. This was a little history of Hawaii. I found stuff that was historical in Hawaii in the magazines, and I thought I'd do a little bit of that. So I figured, I imagined if you will, that there was I don't know if you can see that, if there was a Viking ship. Oh, I don't know if they were Vikings, but you know, a little boat, and it came up on the shore back in the day. I move this around, and this is just, I thought that was absolutely gorgeous. A fossil, or I don't exactly know what it's sitting in. It looks fossilized, but who knows if it is. But it was gorgeous, so I put it in the journal. And of course, you can't go to Hawaii or any beach, any oceanfront without having a beach day. So we had a beach day. More of my mother's postcards. She had certain hobbies, and boy, she dove into them hard. I just thought I'd do a little spread because I thought this was a cute picture. And it's like they're listening to her and while she's dancing. I mean, she's listening to them, and he's playing the music while she dances. It's a picture, but it's of mermaids that are doing what mermaids do and not wearing clothing on the top half. These trees are absolutely amazing. The banyan trees, I was absolutely fascinated with those the whole time. And I guess I was going to do something with this, but I never did, so it's just sitting there. Speaking of the trees there, these are going in a different journal soon, but this is a picture of a tree I took. Here's another picture I took while I was there. I think. Yep. And there's more. And then there's the kind that have those roots growing from the branches, and fascinating. Dessert. More postcards. But I did a page for dessert because their desserts are amazing, and they're all fruit. What's this? That's a postcard I haven't written on. This was out of a journal. I just made a big long thing. And stickers that I've had. Time flies when you're having fun. I have not looked in this journal in like 6 months. Because I took it to show my dad after I finished it. And I haven't looked at it since. It's about longer than 6 months. It was last December. We did not go sailing. But it is a part of Hawaii life. And we are not surfers, but that was a very cool picture. Look, hey, guess what? More of Mother's postcards. You know, she had things written too, so she really, like, one of them was she sent it to the bank, and they gave it back to her when she got back. And another one was a lady who sent one to the bank and said make sure Esther gets this, because she knew Esther collected things. I haven't written in this either. The best parts of Alan can only be seen on foot. I bet you that's true. Live today fully, and you'll create a lifetime of meaningful memories. And this was underneath this picture here. That was out of a magazine. But I really liked it, so I kept it. My mother's favorite color is pink, so I created this page to remember her on the trip. And she just absolutely loved Hawaii. It was just more Hawaiian style. I didn't want to cut it up, so I just kept it, and it's going in here. This is, I just wrote things about my mother on the back of these. She was very much. I think she's where I got my nature bug. Uh-oh. It's falling apart. This is why you glue down washi tape. Because I did not in this one. And it's falling apart, so I need to fix that. But these translations for certain Hawaiian words, it's like the Hawaiian word, I guess that's Japanese. And that, and then there's the other language. So there's 4 languages there. And there's more here. I just thought it was really cool, so I kept them all. Oh, and here's another one that I found translations for. And yep, that's writing for me. This is more history. I love archaeology. It's another, as a young child, I would have wanted to be an astronomer, a marine biologist, or an archaeologist. I don't know why. None of them are familiar. I mean, similar, but they were fascinating to me. Again, found this in a magazine, liked it, so I kept it. Oops. This book got so big so fast. I was like, oh, and I love this picture. We went to see a replication. I think it was a replication of a temple, and it was absolutely amazing. That's just, I thought it was cool looking. But that was stuff we bought there. Yep, the Valley of the Temples. Ancient fish ponds. That's somebody we saw there. And I bought I don't play guitar, but the pick, can you see that? The pick was cool, so I bought a pick. And since I don't play guitar, it's never getting used, so it's being utilized. There's the temple. There it is again. So, I would have liked this book not to be this big, because it is hard to work in, but it does definitely maintain the memories. Here's our room cards. So they say they just always get rid of the room cards, so we still have those. And more room cards. Oh, but that was the pool card, and these were the room cards. What is this? It was another card. I don't know what it was for. And there's all the stuff that had to do with the hotel room. This was a napkin I bought. I bought a lot of napkins when I was there. There was a store, which you guys have seen if you've watched any of mine that had to do with a napkin. Most of them were probably from that store. Yet another postcard. Surround yourself with blooms. This was just cool. Found it in the magazine. The Hawaii, it's called Hawaii. That's what the magazine's called. And I had to cut that out. A little history there, which I don't even know if it has anything to do with Hawaii, but it is history of this person. And here's all the Hawaii islands and the things you can do on each island, which, no, we didn't go to all the islands. We went to Oahu. And what's this? Oh, this is me this was a little brochure that we got at the old pineapple factory. Here's yet another map. And so I just cut up some really cool pictures from the magazines and created a little collage of all of those. More things you can do on the islands. I think I was going to put a picture here because that's sad. There's no family. So I need to get a picture of the trip. all the waterfalls of Hawaii. These postcards again are from Mom. I was losing momentum by the end of this journal, and I was just like, okay, we need to put these somewhere, so I put them here. There's a pretty cool hotel that has something to do with this princess. Oh, and this was really cool. Again, this was from a magazine of my mom's that was along. But look at all these old pictures. That's just amazing. Oh. Oh. That was my mom's too, believe it or not. The place is just so beautiful. I'll probably never get to see it again, but it was beautiful. This. Let's see, what have I done here? I have trapped. Oh, I see what I've done. I think I see what I've done. I think I've glued this in place. I don't think so. I don't think it should be. There we go. Talking about the luau's. See if I can get that back in there. It was kept sliding out. That's why I did it that way, so it wouldn't slide out anymore. And then it kind of just attached to itself. These were the Hawaiian things. The luau. It's like where they would cook the Hawaiian food. These are Hawaiian the luau cards. Oh my goodness. See, this is just so big. But anyway. Aloha means hello and goodbye. So I put it at the front and the back. And this was some coffee we bought there, and I just kept all the receipts that we had when we were there, and I stuck it inside the coffee, and it's in the back. And that's just, it is just absolutely huge. And I never created a proper binding for this journal, but I don't think I ever will, because it is just a massive beast. I used to have 3 cords binding it, but I stole a couple of the cords to do other projects. So now it's down to 1. But that's my journal. Hope you enjoyed this flip through of a vacation junk journal. Thank you so very much for watching. I will see you next time.